Any questions about this exercise? How's it going? Anybody want to give their opinion on that first dissertation, the finance viz one? I could just briefly give an overview of the first one. You know, the abstract looks good to me on the first one. This student carefully counted their words, by the way, very carefully. Okay, so I hope that everybody can complete the form with like around 10:30 by 10:30. Yeah, so another 5-6 minutes. Each group submits one form. Very fancy. Yeah, that's Okay, you have like 1 or 2 minutes left to submit your forms. If you're not sure about the answer, just give your best guess. I'm hoping to be able to see all the responses. Okay. Good. Okay, so let's look at these. Let's look at these dissertations. I'll just give you my own sort of perspectives and a little bit of feedback. We're not going to go into lots of details because it would take a long time. A little free advice, if you want some free advice, Gesundheit. If you can find my webpage, this amazing webpage, if you can click on teaching, and there's a list of modules, right? You could scroll down and then find a list of master students, right? And you can find examples of good dissertations on here. So this is the first one we looked at today, right? But you can find more, right? Here's another one. There's a video to accompany that one. Here's another one, right? Here's another one. Here's another one with a video. So you can find links to more examples of dissertations if you want to see more examples. Yeah. Now, the ones that I'm showing here are the good ones, right? I've picked the ones that I want people to see and try to strive for that level. So, the first one is on visualization of financial data, right? That's what it's about. And the abstract, in my opinion, is good because it's saying pretty clearly what he's trying to do and what's interesting and maybe novel with his approach, right? It's pretty clear he wants to do some comparison of financial assets, right? So it's a new system for analysis and comparison, right? That's the idea there of financial assets. Then I'm looking at the structure. I'm looking at the structure to see if it's organized, how well it's organized, and to see if there's any correspondence with Bob's project guidelines. And there is a good correspondence here. I mean, if you just look at it, it looks well organized, doesn't it? You can see, oh, okay. It's there's no guessing going on. I can see everything is well organized there. Table of contents, testing and evaluation results. So he performed some case studies. He even did some performance analysis, right? There's an introduction. The introduction includes that motivation we were talking about, the research problem, the problems he's trying to solve, aims and objectives, very well structured, key results, thesis structure. So the introduction is really well organized there. There's a related work section, the literature review section, a specific literature survey section with some nice example figures. The figures are nice, have nice captions, and they have the citations there, just like they're supposed to. Right? Some more, a nice figure with the citation. More nice figures with citations. So a good related work section, right? It's pretty obvious that this student did their homework, right? They really did their homework, right? That's pretty obvious. Lots of good citations there. Previous systems are there, right? Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, FinViz, Seeking Alpha, right? Really good research here on the previous systems. A description of the data, the accessing the data, how to access the data, this project specification broken down into basic features, enhancements, technology choices, programming languages, libraries used, the visualizations, version control is mentioned there, package management, programming environments are mentioned. There's a project plan and timetable, right? There's the minutes of meeting protocol, right? Project plan. There's the project plan, timetable. There's the software development process. The design of the software. Some more nice figures explaining the software. This is how the software is organized. Right, there's a special data organization section, an implementation section, so this showing screenshots of what he did. Basic implementation, some of the features, some of the key source code, right, and so on. So, this is 70 pages, so we can't go into all 70 pages. Right, but that's on the implementation, some details of the implementation, details about color choices, enhancements, more visualization options, coding, commenting as code, coding conventions, testing and evaluation. So he's done some case studies, finding bargain stocks, for example. Building a technology portfolio, and so on. Conclusions, future work, the references. So that's the first dissertation. In my opinion, it's a good one, right? I scored this dissertation and got a distinction. Right? So that's a good. I mean, what am I going to show you? I could show you a really bad dissertation, but I thought, no, I think it's better to show the good ones. So if you want a distinction, this is kind of where you're aiming, right? And this is the other one. This is another good one, right? It's about sports, the analysis of sports and predictions, right? It incorporates an AI aspect, which is very common nowadays, right? It talks about, the abstract is a little bit long, but it's clear, right? There's a hypothesis testing here, and so on. Oh, there's even a list of keywords. I don't usually have a list of keywords. The table of contents. The table of contents looks very well organized, right? Methodology, the data, optimization, and results. Okay, the organization is different than the first one, but it still looks pretty well organized. It has appendices, code, tables, and so on. List of figures. So lots of figures here, 21 figures. List of tables. So lots of tables, 11 tables. The introduction. A clear aims and objectives. So there's how the rest of the thesis is structured. The literature review. I mean, one comment I would have about this one is it would be nice if the literature review had some more images, right? It's nice when the previous work has some sample representative images. Right, I like figures, I like images, I like diagrams. So to include some more of those would be good in this dissertation. Right, okay, so there's the first diagram, which is nice. He cites his sources. There's another nice diagram. Right, some theory, and so on. Okay, that's an interesting table. Yeah. Okay, that's a description of the data. I think you get the idea. So I chose two dissertations that are good, right, for everybody to look at. Because I think it makes sense to look at the good ones. Okay, let's see what you guys answered for how you evaluated those dissertations. Here. Oh, did I just... Okay, there it is. So 33 responses. But there weren't 33 groups. Like, there was supposed to be, it's not a big deal or anything, but it's one response per group. There were probably like 15 groups or something. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care, but theoretically, it was one response per group. So this gives a little overview of the responses. In terms of knowledge and understanding, select one of the following. Right? Whoa, what happened? So, I mean, I would have given it yes, both of them, yes, generally good, yes, this is excellent. So most of you scored this like the same way I would. I mean, I wouldn't want to have like these people as my supervisor. I think no, not at all is probably not a good score, like not an appropriate. So for anybody that answered no, not at all, I'd like to see your dissertation. Do you think that the gap in knowledge or motivation for work is identified in the introduction? So yeah, I think these are appropriate responses, all these. So yeah, nobody said no attempt was made. So both of these dissertations make some attempt to do something interesting with a little bit of novelty, which is good. In terms of describing what research has been done, select from one of the following options. So, yep, everybody, a lot of people selected the good. Okay, why does it keeps refreshing on me? It's not applicable. I'm not sure what that's. There is a clear section describing the methodology. Okay, yep. The implementation, data analysis. I mean, both of these do a good job of explaining what they did, how they implemented it, and so on. So, like I said, for these people, we're going to review your dissertations at the end. In the introduction, is there a clear statement of the aims of the project? They both have a clear section on aims, right? It's very clear. So, these are the most appropriate responses here. The technical achievement. This one is going to be very difficult for you guys to assess. The technical achievement, like how much work, effort was put in there. You'll be able to answer this question a lot better in September, right? But both students put in a consistent effort into those projects, right? How original is the work? That's very difficult for you guys to judge. How original is it? Really, the supervisor is going to know how original it is. You guys are not going to really know how original the work is. Does the project have a strong evaluation? So they both have good evaluations, right? So those are the good responses. What do you think of the quality of the technical writing? So I think the writing in both of these is quite good, actually. So I would have chosen one of these. Finally, would you award this thesis a? Okay. Very high distinction. So for these, I gave one of them a distinction. So the FinViz, I gave a distinction. Very high distinction is something that's ready to be published, like submitted to a conference or a journal. Distinction is very, very good, but not quite at the level where you could actually go and publish it as like in a conference or a journal. So I would put both of these in the distinction category, and most people put them in that category, which is good. Which is good. Right, there are some, this is a Wordle cloud, right? And this is the, okay, that's the summary of the results on the second one as well. So it looks good. Any questions about that exercise? Was that a fun exercise to look at some of the previous dissertations, see what they look like? Is everybody a little bit nervous now? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, if everybody's happy, we're finished. If you're not happy, you can stay and talk to me until you're happy.